We're gonna check this out. We're gonna see if fucking phase. Damn, 1.3 million.
How you gonna disrespect?
But you are right, Whitemore. Lifting boxes is definitely harder than doing a cash register job. So it is. It depends what it is. I watched it already. Damn, my boy watched it already, bro. Was it a good vid? It's 55 minutes. We have to actually. Okay, no pauses, chat. No pauses. 55 minutes. Yeah, we're not pausing this shit. All right, let's do it. Let's check it
Like
out.
that,
She
dude.
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk? Can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
You would have to actually have to go to work.
You can't leave
Went to school, and still.
and paid rent.
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
You're high. You're hungover.
That's what I'm playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy
Okay, see, like, you can't talk to the older generation because, like, they're gonna think streaming is just like fucking, yeah, play video games online, video games, bro. It's like everything I do, like, bro, it's not about video games. And, like, they think video game, bro. They be pissing me off. Probably that's why they think, like, streaming is easier. Bro, yeah, I just saw that tattoo. What type of tattoo is
What's up?
that?
How's it going?
To be honest, streamer is it? Yeah, it is. It is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But it depends.
Alright,
What
so
are
my
you doing?
argument here
It depends. What are you doing?
is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up, you go, you flip some patties,
Nah,
maybe you sign a few envelopes,
Nope,
answer a few
nope,
phone calls.
nope.
With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch.
To be honest, bro, Lacey, you're just a sensitive fuck. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I saw this one TikTok, bro. This nigga is crying every single time. I can't hear Lacey opinion, bro. I don't know why. It's just like
That
When
never
you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every
Mail
motherfucking
carrier.
day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands.
wait, mail carriers get treated like shit. I mean, if you don't deliver my mail, okay, that's low-key crazy. But like, bro, you want me to say thank you? Like, you're doing your job.
Of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought
You
we
guys
have.
got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to
I
go
wish.
sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend?
Because
What's the
the
next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day,
God, I
and
have to
got
stream
dogs,
today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
high energy,
I wish I
24/7.
could be at home like you and keep.
Okay, to be fair, that's really hard, bro. I've been getting tips and tricks how to be a good streamer. Bro, people are saying, yo, you have to act like, yo, you have to be energized, you have to be a clip farm, brain rot. Like, damn, I can't be myself. And they said, no, bro, people gonna leave your stream if you be yourself, bro. You don't want to be boring. You don't want to be boring, bro. And I was like, damn, I can't even be myself. I have to act like loud. I was like, bro, what? Bro, but they're not doing physical labor. Yeah. Lacey, yeah, they're not doing like slavery work, bro. They're not doing labor, bro. So to be fair, Lacey, I don't know what are you trying to say, bro?
Back and get paid
I don't
big
even. We're
money.
not even at home. We're walking around.
And look at Lacey is proof. Like, look at this fat fuck. Chap.
Man,
Walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit
stuff.
I got to slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I got to work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay if you
No,
work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
got to work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
just
get paid
to
either.
collect.
We don't got to deal
No,
with people
no.
spamming
Twitch still pay you, bro. Look, being a content creator with streaming. Okay, boom. You do a stream. You make it into a YouTube video. People watch that YouTube video. People watch the ads of that YouTube video. You still get paid. So you do definitely get you do definitely get paid when you're still streaming, buddy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is frustrating. We don't like this video. You have to create content. Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F does not define shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get
Cause you are fucking Ronaldo. Yo, Ricardo, welcome to the stream, my boy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, bro. Right now we're reacting to FaZe. Bro, they're obviously rage baiting. Is 9 to 5 easier or streaming is easier, bro?
call fat, chubby.
What
All my
is
homeboys
harder?
call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a
Yeah.
homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
Alright, let's see, bro.
So you raise your flag. Is there a
Why
reason?
is Lacey still
I was actually a
debating?
cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only
Yeah. I agree, Ricardo. Bro, wait. Do people force to get a job or like do people like I thought people wanna do stuff. Wait, actually never mind. Because I was about to say like work what do you like? Like work like do people like, oh I wanna be a chef. Let me grind my ass off and be a chef. Like, aren't you happy of doing your job?
adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture. Do you know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
Bro, I would be happy if that happened to me.
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever,
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why you
cook,
gotta
you
grind.
have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually have to go to work. Oh my God, did I
God
just
forbid
say
you just
you?
wanna
That's a
argue
slur.
that.
If I
Facts,
did
bro.
lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate.
Facts,
empire.
bro.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn
Yeah, but
around.
you're proving my point.
You would have to.
Streaming can be hard if you make it hard, bro. That's all I gotta say. Cause like, to be honest, the hardest part about streaming is being consistent. But for jobs, you can. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really. I'm not disagreeing about streaming is easier, but like, damn,
Proving my point.
bro, complaining about the jits says he hopes he keep. Yeah, bro. EDP, make up your mind. Wait, what the fuck, bro? What?
You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired.
W
You have
fuck, I
hundreds of
started.
people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there. You
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that
I
security.
was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 local cans. I gotta make sure, like,
Okay, they're rage baiting. There's rage baiting, bro. What are we eating, bro? I'm eating shrimp, vegetables with white rice.
I gotta make sure I get the Four Loco can. And
Not to mention,
They're rage baiting. They're rage baiting, bro.
it ruins our Twitter impressions
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling
Enjoy
off.
your food. Yo, I appreciate that, bro.
I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you,
From
Rhonda.
35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism.
Hey,
back in the
caramba.
60s and the 50s. People didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get
Rhonda,
spoiled.
can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled.
Rhonda can get it. Yo, chill out.
You get spoiled, and your mama and daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving
we all
it to you.
struggle growing up.
Guys, I got a question for Rhonda. I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda, have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30
dead ass.
days straight.
24
Why are they doing that,
hours
bro?
a day.
day and night. No break.
We all streamed for
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
If you know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You
Bro,
clean
Chad, they're
rooms?
When have
obviously
you been a
rage
3-minute
baiting, bro.
ad?
You
When have you
clean up
ever
They're
have
rage
you
baiting
ever
right
ran a
now, bro.
3-minute ad?
Ashtrays, you're short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now keep.
It's fake.
Think
on
about
I mean, she
this.
can get
Think
the
about
fuck
this.
out.
Imagine
Damn, what she
every
do?
little person, we call them parasocials. They judge your relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging
I got
you
caught with
based
my
on it.
ex
I
in
got caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health.
What the
mental
fuck?
health. When you start caring about what people think,
Antic
and what they say
subathon
about
when?
you, do you?
Bro, if I do a subathon, bro, that shit will
And that's
like
the
end
big
immediately, bro.
problem with young
Ain't no one
people.
subbing to me.
You care about what people think. Social media. what
Hey,
they
yo,
say
dude,
about you.
morning, morning,
That's our
morning,
job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder?
Morning.
24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh, brother.
Short-handed.
We're saving.
Bro said morning at 5 p.m. Bro, I think live at different time zones, bro. And not everybody live at America, bro.
Thousands, you're saving one.
All right, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
Wait, what?
No, because here's the thing.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
Dude, in my area, it's 5 a.m. Damn. Go back to sleep, bro. Why you up so early? Chat. Now look. Which one is harder? Being like an entertainer or being like an editor? An editor, bro. Bro, you have to get the footage and edit. Make sure it's a good edit. W rate. Hey, okay, buddy. I just woke up. You just came up. Yo, get some breakfast, bro. What you gonna do today? What are you gonna do today? WWA. What are you gonna do for today?
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9 to 5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time.
Oh, you have
For
work?
a year.
Actually laughing, bro. It's not.
What do you work? You have a 9 to 5?
I actually feel like they're wrong.
I forgot your name. Is it Liban? Liban? What do you work? Where do you work at? Where do you work at? Editors, because what the fuck? I mean, I gotta edit 4 Hours of fuck ass 140, bro. Exactly, bro. Like this is a 45-minute video, bro. This video, this like whole footage is probably like 3 hours, I think. There's
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you?
Oh, you work in a factory? Oh, W worker, bro. You get paid a lot for working at factories.
You do.
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier
Yeah.
because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have
Talk-
security.
talk
Easier
about
for
raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job.
Yo, bro works at bro. Chill out. Yo, that's actually great.
Just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacey is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas, you have to stay relevant. There was
we're talking about ideas now.
W take.
Okay,
Ronaldo,
so what do you want to start with
way
though?
that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make. But
Well,
you're not
pay.
even. You keep switching it. So why
I'm
don't you
not
answer my
switching
question?
anything.
Yeah, you
What
100%
is these
are.
tattoos?
So how
Bro
is it
got a
harder
neck
if you're
tattoo?
guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4
Oh fuck no.
years of
Oh,
streaming. I didn't
yo,
make
I'm gonna have to
$1.
call
What's your
Jason after
definition
this.
of hard? That's the
Like,
thing.
why?
It's
What
like,
he was thinking? Like, bro.
Stuff
It's
that you need
difficult.
creativity. You need to
Okay.
get out of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that
Absolutely,
you're
yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true. But you're talking about
Not in Taiwan. You work by yourself. You will be paid less. Oh, damn, that's unfortunate, bro. Wait, they don't give you the right pay in Taiwan? That's so messed up. That's actually messed up. Foot cam when? You know what, bro? If you give five gifted, I'll show you my feet right now.
entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This isn't
Damn, that's unfortunate. Bro, Taiwan, save Taiwan. No, give my boy a raise. Give my girl a raise, bro.
entertainment,
job,
but this
yeah.
isn't.
Raise the price.
Entertainment
My
Raise the
question
money.
to you
Doesn't
is
have
why?
any
Why?
guarantee.
But Taiwan people is nice. Yeah, I heard. There's some really respectful. Fuck, I stuttered. Respectful people in Taiwan.
Absolutely.
I want to go to
Truthfully,
Taiwan,
you
bro.
sit here
I
and
really
think
want to go
that
there.
Working at like a Foot Locker or something like that. I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example.
Yeah.
Is harder than a streamer
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
in the
there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically,
activity. Because
there's
some people
hard-
around here say.
Bro, it's like let's keep it a buck. It's both, bro. For Foot Locker, if we're comparing a guy just plays games, not saying anything, yeah, that's gonna be easier. That's gonna be easier, bro.
Oh, I gotta wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
When
of people.
you're creating that
No-
content,
no worry, Kim,
and you have
never
your
be there.
phone,
Yo.
You're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers, and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on the camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours
perfectly.
that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me
Yeah,
out.
go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people.
Chad, there's no reason to compare, bro. Like, why people are comparing? Very welcome. Bro, if fuck you mean it's hard to put the bagel in the microwave in the Starbucks, pissing me off. Bro, it's not that, bro. It's just like you have to wake up every day to do the same thing. But for streaming, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you love. So that's like that is what it is, you know? So that's but I don't know. I don't know like
friendships, relationships, which is the most
Sure.
important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. Hang on. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right.
9 to 5.
She's right. 9 to 5. I look good though. We good.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my
how to say I don't understand. Chat. Help her real quick because she don't understand English too well. I think she means to say I didn't under. That's how you say it in English. That's how you say it. That's how you say it in English. Well, yo, why are you spacing out your letters?
my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually
You're
did
illiterate?
content creation starting at the age of 14.
I don't know
When I
how
moved to LA,
can't
I
be
gained
family.
like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was
I really
very
don't.
young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So you're
opportunities.
just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying like to go back to the beginning. You were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct?
Why
Like,
are
you
they
have your
doing this,
girlfriend
bro?
When you go home, like
I
know, FaZe
fortunately
is-
have a
bro,
support system, but
FaZe is gonna be
every day
canceled,
like
bro.
ask myself how I would
So
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off
was about to
completely.
though.
About to myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
that's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making
It was
more than my
serious,
rent.
yeah.
So I was
You
losing.
were in the red every
I
month.
was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
whammy.
across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she laughing, bro.
So I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was
I just
16.
go change this and this.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
Oh, you went to go change? Oh, you getting ready for work? Oh, that's what you mean. You're getting ready to go to work. So you're changing, right?
It
Like-
is.
But my mom, how's that privilege? Before you
It's
go there?
privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to
What is
take
that's
9
a
to
whole
5.
different So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or
But
accept
that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a
Slow
twin
at
bed,
eater.
so-
Okay, well, I was
It's
reselling.
me
I was
slow,
reselling
bro.
shoes to afford my mom's mortgage.
I was on camera. That's why
Oh,
I'm
I get it. I've
acting like,
definitely
bro.
helped my
If I'm not
family
on
out
stream,
in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got.
all right, chat, bro. There's no reason to compare, bro. Like anybody can be a streamer. Anybody can work at a job. It's up to you. I mean, I don't know about the old people, but it's up to you guys. It's up to you. I mean, if you want to be a streamer, just know you have to do some stuff. You have to work. You have to put in that grind. You have to put in that grind, bro. But as a job, it's gonna be a lot harder because you gotta be forced to go to that work, to go to that job. You know? So it's up to you. It's up to you. But chat, do not cancel me. I said, bro, they're gonna get canceled. FaZe is gonna be canceled, bro. Because like, bro, especially bro, Twitter. You don't want to play around Twitter, bro. I'm not in Twitter. Like word. Santa Claus in the back. Santa Claus in the back. Oh yeah, hold up. I gotta see that. Unk in the back laughing a little too hard. Moral of the story. Yup. Yo, chill. Yo, Drax, welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. If you play LOL, yo. But yeah, moral of the story is up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you.
I paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still?
Bro, you're so funny. Okay, I gotta set that up because people don't not. Bro, if you want to clip, you have to clip the hard way, bro. You have to tap on the screen, see that clip button, click that shit, and don't worry, I'm my fault. I'm sorry. That's gonna be hard for y'all. So I'm gonna set it up after stream.
Serious question. Would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other? Truthfully.
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day,
Yeah.
even if
Let's
you
say I
lose,
lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous
The
viral
hard way
videos. Even if
or
people are hating
hard?
on you and
That's
shitting
not
on
necessarily-
you, that's still
Yo,
adding
Ricardo,
to
what the
goes
fuck you
into
used to
your
say, my
pocket.
nigga?
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So were
school.
we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
Streamer University. Are we serious? Streamer University. Yo, Kai, you did not accept me. You know, like what? Chat, you know Kai didn't accept me to Streamer University? Sorry, chat. I had a brain fart, so I had to like wait for a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds to like, because you know I'm a stutterer, chat. I stutter on stream, so I gotta be, yo, just deal with me. Yeah, Kai didn't accept me, bro. No way, it's fine. When Cadence come back, I'm sending this. You funny, W antics. Yo, I appreciate that, buddy. Clip format boys said SU. Bro, Ron is a clip farmer, bro. Ron is a clip farmer. So Bro said Streamer University, bro. I'm dead.
Good, how you doing?
Alex.
Gabe.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to.
Oh my gosh, like, okay, FaZe, you gonna get canceled. I'm gonna keep it a buck, cause like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm not gonna,
Wake up and do
I'm
their
not gonna say
routine
anything.
over and over again. It's not a daily thing. It's a weekly thing. It's
A watching Lang D or Gango Lank? Huh? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't understand. I don't know.
Monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're going to lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers. And you have a large following
I don't know
enough
those people.
where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean,
Cancel culture when someone is. Oh, that's gonna be me in a couple of months for sure. That's gonna be me, bro. Cancel culture when someone is called out on social media for something they did for opinion. Yeah, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. Let's see. Wait, what is this? What is this? Oh, you just sent. League of Legends. Chat, should I play League of Legends, bro? You know what's crazy? I never played League of Legends before, so I might play it. I might play it tomorrow. No. Should I not play League of Legends?
Like that, dude.
No. Oh, never mind.
It's not going to be
There you
loyal
go.
to you if you
I
don't
thought I lost the progress of the video. We're 18 minutes in.
get that thing in on time.
Best GP
5
ever?
times,
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow
Never
you, you
mind.
have to build that over years
Okay,
and years and
okay.
years and hours of trust.
all right.
and
League is not goated?
communication and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you.
Look, the
you don't
things-
just fall into a million
When you
subscribers,
play
2
that?
million subscribers,
When you want to play that?
Takes work for
Probably.
sure.
I'll try
But,
that out
like,
soon.
What you guys
I'll
are
just call
talking
you. I
about
bet.
in
Make sure
terms
you're
of,
in the
like,
Discord.
toll it takes on you. A large part of it, and let me tell you something. I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young.
Grandma, what is this hairstyle? Grandma, what is this hairstyle, bro? What is this?
Hey, all of these little bitches fake. All of these little bitches fake. All of these little